Welcome to Wisdom Uploaded. You have come to the right place because today we are diving into one of the most critical and, frankly, polarizing questions in the digital world. Is SEO finally dead?
It really is the topic that generates more noise than any other, but I think this time the anxiety is justified. We're not just talking about another Google algorithm
And
change.
this feels different.
It is. We are facing a fundamental shift where, tools like ChatGPT give instant answers, Google is putting its own AI overviews everywhere, and that direct path to your website, it's just vanishing.
Absolutely. The perception is that the user journey has been, well, completely severed. And that's exactly why we pulled excerpts from the research publication, Search Everywhere Optimization, the Evolution of SEO in 2026.
A great source.
It is. So our mission today is to do a detailed analysis of this new digital reality and really define what being discoverable truly means when search is migrated across all these different platforms, tools, and interfaces.
And that's the central paradox, isn't it? The fundamental need to be found, that purchase intent behind a search is stronger than ever. But the place where that discovery actually happens, it's no longer guaranteed to be Google's page one.
So the whole argument that SEO is dead, it really rests on AI becoming this new gatekeeper,
Yeah.
one that just bypasses the website entirely.
It bypasses the click, and I think that's a really important distinction. The outdated definition of SEO, the one focused purely on climbing those 10 blue links, that is certainly struggling for relevance.
Sure.
But the core necessity for visibility and authority, that has only multiplied. I mean, people still search with incredibly high intent. Best CRM for a team of 5, or which mortgage broker has the best reviews in Dallas. We just have to follow that intent to the new hubs.
Okay, let's start with the panic, because the data behind this initial shock is critical.
Yeah.
You really have to quantify the shift in user behavior on Google itself. This is where the whole SEO is dead argument really gets its legs.
It's sobering data. The source material shows that Google AI overviews, those quick summaries right at the top of the page, are now on a remarkable 30% of U.S. desktop searches.
30%.
Yeah.
That is a massive amount of prime real estate just taken over.
It is.
So what happens when that giant AI summary box appears?
The impact on traditional organic search is just brutal. For the queries where those AI overviews appear, the organic click-through rate, or CTR, it drops by a staggering 61%.
Wow. So that traffic is simply gone from the website owner's perspective.
God.
To put that 61% drop into perspective, I mean, if you were relying on 100 visitors a day for a specific term, you're now getting, what, 39? That is not just a traffic adjustment.
No.
For many businesses, especially those who rely on informational content, that's a genuine survival threat. It's like a familiar road, but now there's this massive, shiny, toll-free express lane at the entrance, and almost two-thirds of the traffic just peels off into it.
That analogy holds up perfectly. But here is the truly alarming data point. The one that tells us this is bigger than just Google cannibalizing its own clicks.
Okay.
Even on queries without an AI overview, organic CTR still fell 41% year over year.
So it's not just Google's AI taking the traffic. Users are getting answers from somewhere else entirely before they even think about clicking a link. What does that tell us about the modern user?
It means search has expanded and attention has fragmented. The data confirms that 60% of Google searches now end without any click at all.
60%.
Users are finding answers from secondary sources, ChatGPT, sophisticated social platform searches, other AI tools, before they even feel the need to look at the traditional search results. The search function hasn't died, it's just become invisible because it's baked into every platform we use now.
That immediately pushes us into phase 2 of this. AI is the new gatekeeper. We've established users want summarized, fast answers. But the biggest hurdle for businesses to overcome is this fundamental misconception that AI is, I don't know, some magical self-contained oracle.
That is the crucial point to challenge. AI tools, particularly large language models, the LLMs that run ChatGPT and Perplexity, they do not invent answers out of thin air. They are incredibly sophisticated synthesizers.
Okay, so they're synthesizers.
They rely entirely on existing online content, your website, your blogs, reviews, forums, videos, social media, all of it.
So if your brand or your expertise isn't clearly documented and visible across all those places, AI simply has nothing reliable to reference or, crucially, recommend.
Exactly. And the scale of this new gatekeeper is just staggering. I mean, consider ChatGPT alone. It processes over 2.5 billion prompts every single day,
2.5 billion.
serving 800 million weekly active users. That is an enormous audience bypassing traditional discovery channels.
And these aren't just students asking for homework help. The data shows about 30% of consumer ChatGPT usage is work-related. People are actively using this tool for professional research, vendor evaluation, core decision-making.
And the key takeaway for you, the listener, is this. Your visibility in 2026 is directly tied to how well AI understands you. SEO now dictates what AI knows, which brands it mentions, and which businesses it recommends as authoritative. If you are invisible to AI, you are essentially invisible to a third of the professional workforce making buying decisions right now.
That makes pure ranking, like a total legacy metric. Visibility and authority are the new currency. So let's talk about the solution then. Search everywhere optimization. This is the evolution of the strategy.
Right. This new paradigm means deliberately optimizing your presence not just for Google, but for the full ecosystem. Social platforms, video, marketplaces, and most critically, all those AI-powered tools. It's no longer about dominating a single channel. It's about a cohesive multi-hub visibility strategy.
This demands a monumental mindset shift for businesses, moving away from simple keyword rankings toward clarity. We need to stop asking the old, narrow question.
The old question was, can we rank number one for this keyword? The new critical questions are about fundamental comprehension. Businesses have to ask, can an AI clearly and accurately understand what we do?
Right.
If a customer asks AI about our category, are we even included in that summary? And maybe most important, are we visible and being discussed outside of our own website?
That shift from ranking to clarity is profound. The traditional SEO approach, thin content, keyword stuffing, was designed to trick an algorithm into giving you a click. But AI doesn't click links.
It synthesizes information. Precisely. And to satisfy an LLM, content needs to be radically different. It has to be clear, consistent, highly specific, genuinely helpful, and crucially human-sounding.
So that thin, ambiguous content fails the test.
It fails hard
Yeah.
because the model is trained to spot and prioritize actual expertise that sounds like it came from a real authority.
Let's delve into the actual battlefield then, detailing where search is truly happening now. We've identified 5 major hubs, and we can't afford to treat them all equally.
The single focus strategy is just obsolete. We have to address all 5.
Okay, hub 1, Google. We can't ignore it. It's still the foundation, essential for local SEO and certain queries. But with 60% of searches ending without a click, what kind of content is still driving traffic?
Highly specific, complex B2B searches, where an answer might require referencing multiple dense PDFs or white papers. And critically, local searches. They're still robust because AI overviews really struggle to synthesize real-time, hyper-local inventory or services, so you still need that robust, traditional optimization for your Google business profile.
Okay, that makes sense. Hub 2, ChatGPT and AI tools. This is where the direct transactional queries are migrating.
And users are getting incredibly sophisticated. They're asking AI things like, what's the absolute best tool for managing remote team communication rated under $50 a month and integrating with Slack?
That's super specific.
It is, and your visibility here is entirely dependent on how clearly your content has defined your niche, your pricing, your integrations across the entire web. If the AI can't find a clean answer on pricing, you're out of the recommendation. Simple as that.
Which takes us to content optimization for video. Hub 3, YouTube. This isn't just a leisure platform anymore.
Not at all. It remains the second most popular search engine globally. It has 2.53 billion monthly active users. People are performing high-intent searches here for tutorials, product comparisons, detailed how-to guides. If your expertise is only in a long-form text blog, you are completely invisible to this massive audience.
So what does YouTube SEO look like in 2026? How is it different?
It requires attention to different signals. I mean, it's about titles and metadata, yes, but it's also about clear video chaptering to make the content easy to consume. More importantly, YouTube's AI indexes the spoken word.
The actual words you say in the video.
Yes. Are you clearly stating your keywords and topics in the first 60 seconds? That verbal clarity is now key for discovery.
Speaking of indexing spoken words, that leads us right to Hub 4, TikTok and Instagram social search. I have to admit, I find myself searching TikTok for how to make a sourdough starter before I even hit Google now. It's a completely different mental model.
And your experience is the norm for a huge segment of the population, especially Gen Z. Nearly 40% of Gen Z prefers these platforms over Google for certain searches, and 74% of Gen Z uses TikTok search actively.
And the optimization there is entirely different from a website's technical metadata.
Completely different. It's a blend of visual and textual. Optimization has to include specific captions, relevant on-screen text, and circling back the spoken words used in the video. If you're selling handmade jewelry, you need to actually say, handmade silver pendant, limited edition, and use those words in the text overlay. You can't just rely on a hashtag.
Because the AI is indexing all three layers.
All three, to deliver those quick, highly visual results.
Okay, now for the mind-blowing data point, the one that tells us the most about how AI determines trustworthiness. Hub 5, Reddit and forums, what we're calling trust search. This is where human experience trumps polished marketing.
This hub is absolutely crucial because it's where human trust and AI training intersect. Consumers look for unfiltered, real-world experiences. They trust a conversation in a niche subreddit more than a generalized blog post. And the LLMs, they know this inherently.
And what's fascinating is the sheer data dominance of these platforms in AI outputs.
Its statistics are undeniable. Reddit is currently the most cited domain by AI tools globally. It appeared in over 40% of AI-generated responses.
40%, more than Wikipedia.
More than Wikipedia, more than YouTube. Between mid-2024 and mid-2025, Reddit was the most cited source in Google AI Overviews and Perplexity, and number 2 for ChatGPT.
The conversational forum is more influential in shaping AI recommendations than global reference sites. That flips the entire content hierarchy on its head.
It absolutely does. And it highlights a core truth about LLM training. Reddit conversations make up over 40% of the data sources used to train these models. Therefore, the AI is structurally engineered to prioritize content that sounds like it came from an actual expert who had a real-world experience who answered a question conversationally.
Not just a marketer trying to hit a keyword density target.
Exactly. If you are not present or being positively discussed in these trust hubs, you are starving the AI of the authoritative, human-validated information it craves.
So if we pull this all together, the integration aspect is just paramount. SEO can't be a siloed department anymore that just worries about the website's technical structure.
That is the core strategic takeaway. Search everywhere. Optimization requires seamless integration across the entire marketing stack. SEO has to work hand in glove with content marketing, social media, video production, reputation management.
Monitoring those forums.
Yeah. Monitoring those reviews and forums, yes. And even paid ads, which influence how often you're seen. All these channels feed a single ecosystem that AI and search engines use to determine visibility, expertise, and trust.
Which means a business needs to adapt right now, or they risk not just losing traffic, but literally falling off the recommended list. What are the 5 most common outdated mistakes that businesses are still making?
We constantly see 5 fatal flaws.
Yeah.
1. Focusing only on Google rankings. Optimizing for those blue links fewer people are clicking. Ignoring video and social search. Treating platforms like TikTok as just entertainment instead of critical discovery hubs.
3 must be distribution.
Exactly. Publishing great content but having zero distribution strategy outside their own website, just assuming Google will find and reward it. 4th is not actively thinking about AI visibility. They haven't simplified their offering, so an LLM can easily summarize it.
And last one.
Treating SEO as a one-time technical setup task rather than the ongoing cross-platform visibility and reputation strategy it has become.
And if you revisit that telling statistic, the 41% drop in clicks, even on searches without AI overviews, it is the definitive proof that the shift is complete. Users are finding their answers on other platforms before they even consider clicking through Google.
The game has fundamentally changed. It's not about being the destination anymore. It's about being the most easily understood and conversationally recommended source, no matter where that conversation is happening.
Okay, let's wrap this analysis up with the summary takeaway. SEO is absolutely not dead. It has just fundamentally evolved into a strategy of what? Omnipresent clarity. The future is search everywhere optimization.
It's about being understood, trusted, and recommended across every platform where people search for solutions. Businesses that adapt their strategy to cohesively address all 5 hubs, Google, AI tools, YouTube, social search, and trust forums, will not only stay visible, but they will thrive.
And those that stick to the strategy of, say, 2018.
They will slowly but surely disappear from search, drop out of AI recommendations, and ultimately fade from customer consideration. Visibility in 2026 is a precondition for commercial relevance.
So here is the final thought for you to explore on your own. If we know that AI relies so heavily on human conversations, specifically those on forums like Reddit, to determine expertise and trustworthiness, what conversation is happening about you or your business right now, and how much control do you truly have over that narrative outside of your own website? Think about that until our next discussion.